Hollywood actor, somebody were involved in an accident. We've got an update for you, but yeah, but set issue another accident report be about Lilwin. You say you know che. We will give you the details. And now Lilwin suffer Adom Kyei on us wakasa. Nina the update we bro see. It's me uncle, but over the weekend no send accidents nearby or amekom ana just say Lilwin who say the can assess cry or amekom traffic light on and I think so just say somebody none we no the trim the woman the enemy na man for but you will detail see na ma no until I'm say we stick and stay and common course on no but me a run chaba share video na say be comment for don't chaba na common in there I think so like na share video yi so na they can hear such an way so kwa website kasatintin.com na think so ko where they when so ade pa yan before I begin in common no yan hwɛ kwankra accident yi esi baaye na to say eyewitness no or hon ma the ni tua de Lilwin ya the accident ne baaye no yan hwɛ bi si be sa ba si
my baby kind of practice.
How would you say?
Literally,
to say, I'm a close stretch.
I'm a close stretch. Maybe African times, maybe France, you know.
Fuel station.
To me, higher to me, short, I get a who says speed now, or they ban and white. You can't answer that opinion. They had made me nice inside to make sure straight and move say what's up with Canada because of speed. What means you are breaking it?
Like what car over there?
Yes.
That's how I live in there.
I don't know.
You can't rent a car.
But he wasn't in the lane.
Enti eyewitness na wote nenka o say Lilwin na odi speed pa ayampa yenye video bi nso a na say Lilwin before assassination besi no na okọ interview bi o multimedia Ghana ewo Kumasi Love FM ni Israel FM okọ honom no sine na odi speed e free honom na because from that point to amekom honom na enwa biasa na speed na Lilwin edi no enti na ma accident ne baye mo beka honom o entertainment critics be person mu so no nika kan ye wo updates e ma see beka
Kasa.
Yeah, this is what has happened Lilwin over the weekend when your accident.
Yes.
And yeah, and then previously, you know, when your accident that was around October 2023, and also when your accident, sir, what is happening in the life of Lilwin?
Question where it mean to me, yeah, no. But from the spectator's view, he's being careless. Yes, because since it's not your first time having an accident, you should be more careful when it comes to road safety. Obia cramai account that day. There are some things you shouldn't do. So I feel like he's being careless, and that's number one. And number two, he has his own mission, his own reasons for doing what he's doing. Because this accident per se, this particular one, the recent one, me when they say, your friend will be clout. I feel like he's trying to pull clout. Like already now, he was going for the premiere of his movie, so to ensure that more people will be engaged or would watch out for it or go watch the premiere, he's just trying to do something that will make the movie trend or his name trend. It will also push the movie sales, okay, and the rate of the view. So I feel like all this baby show, baby wumpa, and you're normal. And I say he's gone suicidal. For he's battling some depression or whatever problem that we don't know of. I know most celebrities go through such cases, and they find it difficult to confide in other people or specialists. Yes, so maybe to know so kunuhona service like we don't wish that for him too, but people can tend to be weird sometimes.
But consecutively, I mean, just last year and then this year too, when you accident, two consecutive times, do you think he should be banned from driving?
I think he shouldn't be allowed to drive himself around.
But let them put on record say, accident this year, not Lilwin and driving. A current one, no one driving.
Now, the one last year, so no.
Yeah, last year is no one driving.
Yes, so when like when you take a close look in, it's either he's suicidal, or if it was just for the clout purposes, the fame purposes, fine. He should be restricted in some ways. But if it was because he's being suicidal or going through some depressions or something like that, he should be given the driver. He shouldn't be allowed to drive by himself anywhere, because the rate at which reports are saying he was speeding, it was way above the speeding limit. And it's, even though we are concerned about his life, let's also be concerned about the lame Ghana man working, going to his work, doing his basic business. Na even se kanu so ko born wa mo be kadi. So we just have to protect each other and look out for each other. Regardless, we wish him speedy recovery, and we hope his movie premieres go well and the movie sells out good.
And then don't also forget that we are in Africa,
Yes.
and anything is possible. I mean, spiritual attacks and everything. Now, ne pastor Babontin, Adom Kyei, yes, moja, so bolu. Or about to just say, officer attack na friends as an it's an attack on friends Lilwin.
It's an attack.
It's an attack, and then Nyankopon also Lilwin awe, but Lilwin a pass test. What do you say to that?
With regards to what he was saying, and from the article I read, I feel like the prophets, Adom, Kyei, yeah, I feel like he's also in on this. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. I won't say a busianfo or spiritual attack or someone wants to bring you down. I won't say that. Okay, but it could be possible. Now we don't have any information. Investigations are still going on. We don't have information on how that happened. We only know he was speeding. Into who speedy the end is a 1 hour. We the yes, okay, be an answer might be never hunting on one movie as on to ghost. Maybe some might be never hunting or kind of he lost control over the steer, fine. But I feel like saying God was testing him and he overcame the test is it doesn't sit well with me. Yes, God can test us in various ways and like test our trust in him and all that. But maybe when they say suffer no so come home. Now they are playing a part in this. They are all playing a part in this.
So you think that this is more scripted?
Possible. It's possible that he did it alone. He had the thoughts, the idea by himself, and they've also seen say, oh, say anything all person here, so they are just trying to like support in their own way. Yes, that's my opinion. That's how I feel.
So why you are saying you don't believe in spirituality?
I believe in spirituality, but something will not happen without something happening. I don't know if you get me, but say Bibi say is here. Not just say you said spirituality, right? Like spiritual things don't just okay. Something will lead or provoke them to okay. Then why? Okay, why need do it? Since you already go to church and you're a prayerful person, your prophet or something a prophet, he could have foreseen this, prayed for you, prevented it. Cause looking at how the car is damaged, he could have easily lost his life. It could have like a so easy. And like I learned there was another person involved in the accident. God being so good, he didn't lose his life. So let's not just focus on Lilwin here. Yes, he's the celebrity, but it doesn't mean say he's allowed to do anything he wants and go scot-free with it. They should let him see to that person too and make sure he's compensated. Because from reports, he was the one speeding into no. Yes.
So Becca, aside say spiritual aspect, you know, law Ghana honum.
Yes.
What he did, is actually
An offense.
it's an offense.
Yes.
What do you want to see the law do to him?
Or the necessary punishments that is awarded over speeding. aside that he hasn't done anything, we as human beings we do a lot when we become desperate or when we want attention. So it's normal to like crave attention or want to push your work further. But then I won't say that he should be severely punished because we still don't know. We've not heard his side of the story. Yes, he was over speeding, but we don't know why he was over speeding. Into no say omobeye bibia cry. They should only bear with him and then give him like punishments that will not weigh too much on him.
But do you know, say, Funny Face went through such a thing. Also, I think is it Kasua also just this year. Yeah.
Around this year.
Yeah, honestly, so but the law has taken its course. Why do you think, sir, we should let we go if I say Lilwin, you know,
I'm not saying say yembu yenguso, but then there are several reasons why people overspeed. Maybe he was late. Maybe he had an emergency call. Maybe he lost control over the brakes, or there are lots of reasons. So first of all, we need to hear his side of the story. Say your corner say on one or share that yeah, you need say oh this is the like necessary punishment I say yeah them out. Then we do that. But I'm not saying we should let him go scot free. We should give him the punishment he deserves. They should deal with him according to, and not say oh you're celebrity into no way you be jana manako and say on bedgin is kaka crave no manako. If it's cause listening to the eyewitness and then yami uncle no so and uncle knew or near bekasa. So we should all be mindful of such things. People could have lost their lives, but God being so good, no one died in the process. So the necessary punishments, consequences, there is a regardless of who he is. It's a song with the man. So odi phone quadia.
What is going on in Lilwin's mind? If I say I don't know whether say you've been involved in an accident before. No, but it's something terrifying.
Yeah.
Now, when Lilwin when accidents, no, less than 12 hours now premiere the movie I will come and but if free hospital one echo premiere no. Do you think say the handlers and I said doctors no they for want of whatever word they were not sensible enough in taking that action? Say will be a web prayer now you're rushing to call emergency ward per report. Now fe my bandage we are then he has a movie to premiere in Kumasi no more release no. Couldn't they have detained him for a while? No forget about premiere no none life no or more think about life first. I'm not for say so sensible reaction that doctors for you. What do you think?
So it all depends on the gravity of his injuries. If the injuries are mild, for you know the injuries were mild, that's why they allowed him leave. So okay, yeah, dear Nina Yebubwa. Come sure say that instant, and you said 12 hours later. I'm not sure 12 hours later he would be allowed to walk out, even though he would really want to be there. It be on best live stream now, no shift from the bedside, but I don't think they would have let him go if they didn't deem it fit for him to be present. I'm sure, say, looking at the video, he was able to walk by himself, and there was a bandage on his head, and that bandage didn't look scary at all. It looks like Nkwalagro. I mean, forgive my language, but it looks like Nkwalagro. So I feel like he didn't get hit seriously enough. So Obeka say, "Oh, premiere no." And also, like I said, if he had planned this whole thing, going right like few hours after the accident is enough to like conduct commotion, like cause people to like wonder, "Hey, Wabu, didn't he see? How is he?" That kind of thing. So people will be more interested. It will also push the movie. And also push.
So for now, no, it's about he's thinking about the career, not himself, not himself.
Yes, cause he has realized that Ghanaians don't really focus on the Ghanaian industry, the movies in the Ghanaian industry anymore. Yes, and I don't know how much he was taking for the movie premiere, but I'm sure they sold tickets out. Yes. So with that all that happening, me sure say obi wo ha na one plan so obekọ kra obi ti me akọ ticket ni be sharp sharp na akọ dan kọ say oh Lilwin beba, how is he doing, or just to see what's going on. So I feel like this has been beneficial and somewhat not beneficial in terms of his health. I just hope and pray that he's fine, but aside that, they were benefited immensely because I didn't even go online, but then I was seeing it I was hearing, baby, I'm a phobia, living in accidents, living in accidents. And when you hear living in accidents, then the movie follows. Almost no the movie premiere, a country called Ghana. So all these things, yes. Why are they more mastermind? If that's the case.
So it appears a strategy from what you are saying. Even proud to the accident, you know, say or release press statement be. I don't know whether you saw that press statement.
No,
You didn't see it, but then that in that press statement, he had engagement with some media organizations in Ghana, in Accra. No much was say they've postponed the interview on the network due to some engagement somewhere. But before I'm try, not. And you cry. And then later on, bet you say, a plan work. Like, or share that noise.
Okay. Into say, obi to say with my baby sir and like earlier times sir, it's possible to say when Sunina is part. And I know people who are like in power, who are thirsty for attention. I know how they behave when it comes to such cases. And I stand firm on my opinion that this was all staged. It was a carefully articulated plan. And it's, I applaud him for it because I hear Juma.
Uncle, oh, yeah.
Oh, to me.
But seriously, me who first one, me who online, me who first post, I thought say it was planned. That initially a buy, was planned, so I was hesitant to blog or write about it or to do a video on it. But I did a cross check in Kumasi. Fortunately, it's a matter Kumasi, and I know that area that stretch very well. I'm a Kumasi, so and I'm sure we not. Oh, a moment ago, yeah, and assembly saying, I'm so wow. Then this thing is not planned.
Yes, it's not planned, Mom, but lives matter. Oh, and he could have easily lost his life. Let's be honest with each other. A bit like Kumasi and Kasano, Omunya accidents be countless. So it could have been very easy for him to like pass away. Me who initial video now, Omu Kukru no dena ko another vehicle no Oma convey na ko hospital no. I thought he was crippled. Sorry to say, yes, because said they're now why am now Omu Kukru no, but if maybe it was trauma. It was trauma.
Apart from if that is his strategy of trying to gain attention for the movie now, what other strategies do you think he can use to gain attention for the movie?
Oh, in today's in this current times, okay, there are a lot of ways to advertise your production, your movie, your products, everything. There are lots of ways and means. Social media like this, for example, it's playing like immense roles, like very great roles in such activities like marketing and promoting. Yes, so he could have easily sought, and already now wako media houses akoye hu deru wako bon hu deru. So yes, it worked. The using news, media houses and channels to broadcast did work. He could have used social media, which also I did see some few posts here and there. A country called Ghana. It also did work, but I feel like you don't have to put your life on the line to risk it for such things. Yes, I don't think it's worth it. In Tiankawe, we are fine. The movie will sell out, but you are gone. How would you enjoy the money? Yes, so he could have used those means, and I think he did use those means because I saw the movie around it. No, why say was spicing up kakra.
Okay, now what would you advise in terms of pushing the Ghanaian movie? Now with the influx of this internet thing, YouTube, this and no. Now people are not even buying CDs. So what do you think the government can also do to improve the film industry?
Okay, so one thing I know that really pushes movies these days is this social media platform, TikTok. Aside the media houses going to the TV stations to broadcast, or yes, there's this thing TikTok creators do. Okay, so you can contact a very popular content creator who has like over 1 million views. Oh, now on arrangements are crazy compared to going to the TV stations. And also, like on TikTok, for instance, they can put like very snippets of the movie, like very interesting parts of the movie, just short parts of the movie, and then people will be curious to find out that's if the movie is good. They'll be curious to find out, hey, movie being shared that, what's the title? That's also another way of promoting your movies. So yeah, that's just it. Me, I feel like social media these days is playing a very great role in our lives. You can market, you can broadcast on social media everywhere, TV stations, but what is going to push it the most is social media. Because everyone is always on their phone. Everyone is always on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. So these things, it's easy to come by than TV. Me say me share TV. Into say oko TV so na oko body ra me hu. But say ba me phone so say ya, I'll see it and I'll follow up. So yes, that one too is there.
But data boarding, have you realized that?
And data boarding, but anything. As a Ghanaian, if you are able to watch TikTok videos, you should be able to watch whatever that will come up. If you're able to watch WhatsApp status, you will do fine. And even watching short videos of the movie, from the movie, shouldn't take much data. Yes. But some person will question movie nankasa dia. Now what prepare what making sure say you have enough bundle to support you to watch that movie. Now what could we need?
Alright, if you just join us, this is Kasatintin TV. Medini Kasatintin, mene Becca and the Bonkomo. Becca is entertainment critics, and I'm in Bonkomo. We are talking about Lilwin, accident in the sea over the weekend. Now, Lilwin now or drive it, and now when you accident to Amakum traffic light. But per video, I know, let's say Lilwin now or the speed pa and now onya sa accident no. In years cry, but earlier on the day. Now, or premiere or premier, the movie war KNUST. What mean ya that year Kyei, yes, I'm moving a hobby. But I know my sister, no, ehupa, it's answer. We will not have manager that bought Lilwin anymore. Number for say, I didn't say, I acting bina oh yeah, as a yes, serious be as a, or managing the crown pono, I should have enquiry, sir. And a month for can was empire. Adom Kyei, I Lilwin. Pastor, Fred Prophet Adom Kyei. Also about to say a spiritual attack on a year Lilwin life. Now Lilwin, I passed that test. He says spirituality accident to see. Let's take a listen and we'll be right back. This Kasatintin TV, really Kasatintin.
My baby kind of practice.
How would you say?
Make me.
Hope to say, I'm a close stretch.
I'm a close stretch. African times, maybe
Fuel station.
Fuel station. To me, higher flat. To me, short, I get a who says speed now or day, but I know it. You can answer that payment. Me nice inside. To me, share straight and move say, what's up with the Canada because of speed. What means you are breaking the speed?
That's what's over there.
Yes.
That's how I live in
I don't know.
You can't rent a car.
But he wasn't in the lane. International what will be on number.
Thank you, madam.
My baby kind of practice.
So you just heard the voice of an eyewitness and no one or still we no co-suit. Becca, we'll be wrapping up shortly. What do you have to say with regards to this accident in instance Bibra a Lilwin accident? Bearing in mind, say this is not the first time. Last year October, when you similar accident and can also coordinate the womb?
First of all, I would like to say, if all this wasn't staged or orchestrated, now say it just happened naturally. It being so anyamina, she say sunny CDR. I would say it's a good thing, cause there's something called blessing in disguise. Okay, this looks like a blessing in disguise. Say nyame na yet dia. And as I say, yeah, town from Ponesha and maybe I cancel no. And I say, wabe jini wamana. It has benefited him. Sisiano, he has gotten multiple streams. People are more interested in the movie. Like, more people's eyes have gone onto him. Like, everyone is talking about him. And even though it's a bad thing that happened to him, it's reaping of good benefits. Yes, aside that, if he carefully planned this by himself, or she done or create attention and say cause clouds, calling for clouds or fame and all those things and the America say they should take, cause this is not his first time having an accident, being involved in an accident. And the previous one, I don't know on what basis it was, but it was also on overspeeding. Then his license should be taken from him for some time, maybe a year or some months, and then he should be given a driver to like drive him around. Because people like these saying, I don't know, when you're accidents before, so you should cherish your life more. Unless hold him so nankasa onye unwe into no ordinary life no better chacha. But if not that, you have to cherish your life. He could have easily lost his life in this. So there may can say omunshena omunpe driver man no driving on ko baby or pesoko. They shouldn't let him touch the steer for now. Like they should give him a time frame. Yes. Aside that too, he should just be careful and like he needs counseling and a therapist, because it could be he was suffering from depression or personal matters that we don't know about, and it's a coco says over speeding something. If that's the case, then like therapist man and I say obinini and kasana, just to hear him out and hear him pour his heart out. But all the same, no, we thank God for a successful premiere, and we thank God for the many streams and everything that he's going to reap off from this accident. Yes, and we wish him the best in his career going forth. That's all I have to say for now.
Hey Becca, okay, so we are courses here, you know. Just leave your handles out there in case you say or no Kasa.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram as _simp_sin _SIMP_SON, and you can find me on TikTok as it's_Becca.a, it's _Becca BECCA.a. Yes, you can find me on these handles, and then we can take it from there. Whatever you want to ask or talk about.
So open number there. Me and I'm managing to know. Wait me or reach me out. Right? Just put your number down there on the comment section. We'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you say uba like na share video na comment. After so yeah happen about Kasatintin news. Go download your Google Play Store and App Store. Go website kasatintin.com. So after so just say baby will be no all social media handles Kasatintin news. Me Kasatintin you better share. Name yen hwe Lilwin accident dey see no yen hwe eyewitness no account ni biom you better share. Bye bye.
My baby got a practice
Now, what do you say?
make me
What do you say? I'm a close stretch.
I'm a close stretch.
Fuel station.
To me, higher to me, short, I get a moose speed now, or they ban and way. You go answer that premium. They had made me nice inside me. To me, share straight and moose, what's up with the Canada, because of speed. What means you are breaking?
That watch car over there.
Yes.
That's how I got it for you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can't rent a car.
But he wasn't in the lane. Until I said, what will be on number?
Thank you, madam.
My baby kind of practicing.
How would you say?
Make me.
What to say? I'm going to stretch.
I'm going to stretch. Maybe African times, maybe Francophone, you know.
Fuel station.
Fuel station. To me, higher fat. To me, short, I get a who says speed now or day, but I'm away. You can answer that opinion. Me nice inside, you know. To me, share straight and who say, what's up with the car and the base because of speed. What means you are breaking?
Like what's over there?
Yes.
That's how I live for you.
I don't know.
I don't know. You can't rent a car.
But he wasn't in the lane. Until I said, what will be on number?
Thank you, madam.
My baby kind of practicing.
How would you say?
Make me.
What to say? I'm going to stretch.
I'm going to stretch. Maybe African times, maybe Francophone, you know.
Fuel station.
Fuel station. To me, higher fat. To me, short, I get a who says speed now or day, but I'm away. You can answer that opinion. Me nice inside, you know. To me, share straight and who say, what's up with the car and the base because of speed. What means you are breaking?
Like what's over there?
Yes.
That's how I live for you.
I don't know. I don't know.
You can't rent a car.
But he wasn't in the lane. Until I said, what will be on number?
Thank you, madam.
My baby kind of practicing.
How would you say?
Make me.
What to say? I'm going to stretch.
I'm going to stretch. Maybe African times, maybe Francophone, you know.
Fuel station.
Fuel station. To me, higher fat. To me, short, I get a who says speed now or day, but I'm away. You can answer.